Let's get juicy. Let's spill some tea. I watched the MAFS Reunion.
Yeah.
We all watched it. What happened? What's going on?
Yeah.
That was a lot. I had to pause my screen.
I didn't come here for showman.
Neither did I.
Right, but that's not how it felt.
With the whole TikTok stuff with Lacey and her mum and everyone, how was that for you?
I didn't really understand it a little bit because I only really said one word in the reunion.
Yeah.
And that was just.
That's all you were allowed to say.
Did you want to fake it, sort of thing?
I'd met Lacey at an event last year. She'd followed me, and then I'd noticed that she'd unfollowed me, and I thought she knows.
How are you guys coping? Now everyone knows you're a couple.
Obviously, with my previous relationship, there was still TikToks being made and things like that, so it's still quite fresh for a lot of other people. I definitely felt a lot of pressure coming out of that relationship. If I got into another one, it would be in the public eye.
Well, we were actually seeing each other as well before the reunion aired.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Spill with Will. I have a couple on the pod. It's Abby and Nathan! Our first straight guy on the pod as well, so that's really, really exciting as well.
Having me.
How are you both?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
good.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited. I'm excited because I love MAFS, love Love Island, so I'm really excited to let you know all the tea. And new couple.
Unexpected crossover, wasn't that?
I wasn't expecting it. How did this happen? Who's into whose DMs? Where did you guys meet?
So
What's
everyone
going on?
says about the DM.
So,
They're always like, who's the DM? It wasn't DMs.
Abby fancied me a lot when she watched me on MAFS, and she was like, "That's a bit of me."
Did you watch MAFS?
I did watch MAFS, yeah. I did fancy him.
Did you?
But... Oh, so you don't even know, you liar.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then we got a mutual friend called Ruben who I do a lot of charity football with. And he was like, Nath, I know this girl, she likes you a bit, and she's here, so if you want to see her. And then I went out the changing room and I just went straight up to her and I was like, basically, Ruben said you fancy me, so what you saying? And she was like, I was like, oh, you don't? And she was like, oh, no. And then she started speaking to me.
Yeah. Well, Ruben's been trying to matchmake me for ages.
Has he?
I think he feels sorry for me because I've been single so long. So,
How long?
5 years.
But 5 years? He was on Love Island.
Yeah, single. Didn't work. So, yeah, and then...
I wasn't looking for a
It just came to
date.
you.
Yeah,
Universe.
yeah. I didn't want to, obviously, after everything on MAFS and stuff. So I wasn't really looking. But then I sort of thought to myself, if I leave it, it's like when you buy a house. If it's on the market, if you don't go for it, someone else is gonna buy it. Do you know what I mean? It might be your forever home. So
what was your first date?
First date, we went to the pub, and then there was drums, wasn't there? So where I live, he's like, where do you actually live? What's your area? So I sent him my postcode, and
I love this.
I go,
It's like a full-on story time. I love it.
Literally.
I'm snuggled up.
and then I go to the pub, and I'm sat there and thinking,
Where
he's
is he?
still not here. He's still not here.
I was in the
Been
countryside.
stitched up.
Yeah.
He's
So-
gone to my house.
Yeah, I was in the middle of nowhere because she lives right out in the middle of nowhere. Well, I think so. For you, probably not, but it's out in fields and stuff. I was like,
Love that.
this is not right. Do you know what I mean? So I rang her. She was like, no, I'm at the pub. It's a totally different area. And,
I mean, he drove to my actual house, and then he had to come round. But I actually thought I'd been stood up.
So
I was
embarrassing.
Great.
So embarrassing. I was quite nervous, actually, to be fair.
Yeah.
She was my first date since MAFS, and obviously, it's nearly a year since I started dating from MAFS, 'cause it's all pre-recorded. So
When did you guys make it official?
exclusive. She's not-
Exclusive.
Yeah, we're not actually official
Oh,
yet.
you're exclusive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were sort of exclusive from the start. I don't ever talk to more than one guy.
No, I can't do it really.
You're the same, so I'm just waiting for the question, really.
So get on a knee.
Please on the pod. Get
Not
those
again.
views. Get me those numbers, please. Right, let's talk about Married at First Sight because fucking love it. Love it, love it, love it. Do you love it? And hooked every time. I need to know the full laydown. What made you apply for the show?
So I sort of was approached the year prior, asked if it was something I would like to do. And I was seeing someone at the time, so I was like, not really my thing. Next year, I was actually single, so I thought, you know what, I'll actually go for it. I rang up my mum. I was like, what do you reckon? And she was like, oh, you never know, Nath. You might actually meet someone. It's science and stuff like that. If not, what an experience. So that's why I went for it. That's why I went for it.
I think it's the wildest thing. Like you're literally meeting someone for the first time and you're marrying them. And I always think, so like when you're walking down the aisle, is that actually the first, like, is that the first time you actually see them?
Yeah, I know. And thing is, I was going to skip down and be like, you're right, guys, it's like the other, but I was sweet until I walked right down and I went all cold. Like the floor started wobbling. I didn't know if I was going to be sick or something that's going to poke out
I
rear
wonder if
end.
they ever like redo them, like because sometimes like TV shows they have to redo things, but with that it's like one take, like, go.
Well, they do a couple takes, but like it's mostly just like pickups. So you'll do the whole scene, and then after you might walk in again, sort of thing, you know. But the initial reaction's genuine.
Well, yeah, because you.
Well, yeah, you got it wrong.
Yeah, I made an error. Thing is, like, come on now. Like, I only said well because she had pink on, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, she walked down and I heard the heels and I turned around. I was like, oh, wow, pink. And then she sat down and then, felt a bit dizzy after that.
What was everyone's reaction to you being on the show?
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it, to be honest. I didn't know where I was.
It's pretty surreal.
If you watched it, I was like deer in headlights all the way through. I was like, you know what I mean?
What did I sign up for?
Yeah, it was nuts. And
I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Is the process quite long?
Yeah, really long. I think it was about 3 months of filming. And it's nuts as well because a lot gets cut right down. So our honeymoon was like 3 weeks and you only see like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's nuts.
It's a bit like Love Island though, isn't it? Like the process is really, really long for that as well.
Yeah, because obviously like where you're having, like one conversation could be an hour.
Yeah.
But that's the whole episode if they were going to include the whole conversation.
Yeah, you can't include
cut it
everything.
all.
Yeah.
It's
quite nice that
crazy.
you guys both have like similar things. You've both been on TV shows, so you guys can really relate of like what's been going on.
It makes it quite easy, right? Because like you told me before, if you've dated someone who's not in the industry and then a story comes out saying, oh, cozy and up close, it can cause a bit of conflict. So it is quite cool.
Yeah, like I've dated like people out of the industry, because obviously in 5 years. Like, but yeah, I've dated people that aren't actually in the industry and they struggle to, when you're at events.
I don't know if I could. But then I guess like it works though, because you can kind of understand each other's work. Because I feel like being in this type of world, it is a bit weird to like a lot of people, like it is not the normal thing.
Yeah.
Especially being like a social media influencer, like it's a lot.
But yeah, no, it's good, isn't it? Like
I'm still getting used to all the TikTok dances and stuff, you know.
I saw your smile trend the other day. It was really, really good.
Oh my God,
loves the TikTok.
the TikTok, like people are going, he doesn't want to do those TikToks. She's making him do them. Beforehand, he's like, let's do a TikTok together. And then he stands there going like that off the camera. And I'm like,
I mean, what were you guys both doing before the shows you've been on?
So I actually still do my job. So I manufacture like bespoke high-end gym equipment. It's all custom stuff, so like any color, any fabric, and like we sell to quite a few like high-profile clients. You know, like Denzel Washington, loads of good
didn't you have like Kim
clients.
Kardashian or something?
Yeah, like we kitted out her gym, I believe, and you know, Henry Cavill, Superman. That's a cool one.
That is a cool one.
Yeah, so it's cool. It's a cool, different job to be fair. And I'm into fitness and I like weights and stuff. So it's cool.
100%. Yeah, I was cabin crew.
Oh my God, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Oh my
I was
God,
cabin crew.
Love that. I feel like I've always said if I wasn't doing this, I'd be flight attendant.
100%.
Honestly, that'd be
so
me.
good. But people don't know that I was cabin crew for 3 years.
For what airline?
BA.
So good. That's the best one.
Yeah, and like during COVID and stuff, like it was all crazy. We were doing masks. Some of the routes you had to wear like a full like hazmat suit.
Intense COVID era.
Yeah, and you take them off and it was like wet on the inside because it was so hot. Like it was gross.
What's the most awkward encounter you've had as a flight attendant? No stories?
Oh my God, you put me on the spot now.
You've got to have some
I don't know
stories.
if I can say.
Oh,
Some
okay,
of them were
maybe
a little
don't.
bit like
Maybe don't,
naughty. But no, like you get loads of people like slipping you their number and stuff like that. Like
Do you know
people
what?
put them in the pen. Like when they can I borrow a pen? Take the pen, they'll write their number down. They fold it up and put the paper underneath the little hook bit and give it back to you. So then
Do you know what happened to me the other day on the way to Dubai, right? This is actually quite funny. I didn't tell you this. So you know you get some seats with phones in the back, yeah? And you can call up. You can call
Oh,
up,
yeah.
Right? So mine started ringing, yeah? I was like, oh my God, it's ringing. So I answered it, like, hi, this is the flight attendant. Come to the front of the plane. You're so cute. And I'm like, what? I was like,
The flight
I believed
attendant
it.
said that?
Yeah, well, I thought it was the flight attendant. It was actually one of the lads from the I was like, guys,
Was the voice good? It sounded
it sounded like a woman. It's like, guys, and the flight attendant wants to, it was I can't remember one of the guys from the team, but like they were like, I was like, guys, flight attendant wants to see me. Do you know what I mean? And it wasn't her.
Would you not?
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I just had a bit of an ego boost because like, spotted.
They probably did anyway.
No, but yeah.
Yeah, but before I did that, I worked as ground staff for American Airlines. So I was like, the little check-in and like checking the bags, sending the bags down. And then, the tunnel that you walk down to get on the plane, I used to drive them and connect them to the airplanes.
No way.
Not many people know that.
That's pretty cool.
It's wild. Have
you
you had
know
any
that?
No, I
scary
didn't know that.
experiences working, like on the flight?
Oh, turbulence.
Oh, yeah, like turbulence, things like that. I had one, we thought there was like a fire. So I closed what was I doing? Either opening or closing the overhead locker. And when I touched it, it was boiling hot. We were still on the ground and it was hot. And you have like a fire drill. So you have to start, like you touch with the back of your hand and all of this. And I touched it and I thought, there's no way I'm going to have to be like, I'm starting the fire drill. So I just went to like my colleague and I was like, touch that. Is that really hot? And she was like, and it was so hot that it was like, you pull your hand
What was
away.
it, a battery or something?
No. So we were like, oh my God. And because we were on the ground still, we sort of like just grabbed another place. It's not the proper way to do it. We just grabbed someone else and were like, what situation? And the captain came, touched it, and then he turned around and he was like, we're in Barbados. The windows are open. It's the sun.
Oh my
no
And the
God.
sun had made it hot. And I was like,
Did you
"Oh."
panic?
Yeah. So scary.
Yeah, that is scary.
But I've had like heart attack and stuff like that on board. Like,
What happened?
Not
in
me.
that situation?
No.
Someone else did, yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't deal with it. But like, there's been like medical emergencies and stuff on board.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
And like, but what if you're in the air and you've got like 7 hours to go? What happens then?
They'll like divert. So depending on like the severity of like what is going on, they'll like land the plane somewhere else.
Airline tea. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like hooked.
It is actually pretty.
It's pretty cool.
Interesting. Yeah.
It is.
How long was the Married at First Sight process? Like, you was on that. I feel like when I watch the show, it's on for blinking ages.
Yeah, so
Like,
it
watching
is
it
like
for
a
months.
it's like a solid 3 months, and then you have the first reunion. The first reunion, like you're only away for sort of 2 weeks, and then you go back in. But obviously, when it's shown, it looks a lot longer. But the second reunion's a proper reunion. We have a lot of time apart, and then you come back. But it's like long, mate. It was a long
Could imagine.
process.
And you stay in Camden as well for a bit.
Camden. It was down by Wembley. The actual
Oh,
thing.
the flats.
Yes, it was, mate. You could go to the roof and you could look in the pitch. It was mint.
Really?
Yeah, it's sick. Really cool. Yeah, it was mint. Yeah. I just ate Chinese every day though, because I'm a massive foodie.
Yeah.
So I put on loads of weight. Because obviously when you do a day of filming and that,
Are they giving you food or are you making
yeah, so you
it?
get given when they're filming, like in between, you get given food in the holding rooms and things like that. But after a long day of filming, I just couldn't be bothered. You know what I mean? I'm
Oh, yeah.
vegetarian, it takes long, so I just got Chinese every day. I put on 2 stone. Honestly, I did. I put on 2 stone. Like, I started off 34 waist, I finished off 34 waist with a stitch and gut ache. Because I was tucking my shirt in, so it's a little bit more trim.
Oh my God. But Love Island get their own meals as well, don't they?
Yeah, I didn't like the food though.
Oh,
Wasn't
no.
big on
Were
the
you in
food.
South Africa? Or?
No, I was in Mallorca.
Everyone says the Mallorca food's so bad, but the South Africa food's really good.
Yeah, no, I didn't like the food. So
What did you have?
there would be like chicken, like it was just sort of
Chicken
like
and rice.
bits and bobs. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it wasn't like a meal, but once a week you'd get like a McDonald's or something. So
Yeah.
when the McDonald's day came, I'd be like, right, give me all the food. So and then like I'd have like breakfast. Do you know what I mean? You have like normal granola or something like that because that's just standard. But yeah, the hot food wasn't really for me.
On MAFS, the food at the dinner table, it's good, but it's a little bit cool because it's decorative as well. Like they take a lot of
Oh,
time.
yeah, it's also decor,
Yeah,
you can
they
tell.
take a lot of time to make it look good, and it looks mint. It's just a little bit cool.
I feel like people on maths get drunk.
Yeah, I got drunk. Yeah,
Like the drink's flowing and then everyone's arguing.
yeah, right. And like some of it's like what? Like he's talking to her and like you're crying, but like it's a lot. Like to be fair, emotions are really heightened. It's in the experiment. It's nuts. It's nuts. And there are a lot of people that have got like insecurities and things like that. So little things does bring it up, like it. But yeah, no. Some of the arguments I think is a little bit extra. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think when you're on a show though, you get your emotions are so much like higher.
Yeah, they
like,
are.
You genuinely feel like you like love somebody because
actually
you're just only with them. Like
One of the scenes, I think someone's arguing. I think it could have been Adam and Polly, and he zoomed down the table, and I'm there chewing on the table decorations.
I wouldn't be able to stop. I'd eat all the things.
And I was chewing on
Polly
them.
scared me that series.
Yeah.
I'd be scared to fight with Polly.
God, they were arguing, weren't they?
She was intimidating.
She
Yeah.
brought the
To be
drama.
fair, the
there.
girl-
She did, though.
Like,
She
brought
did.
it.
All the girls were quite fiery, to be fair.
They were. It
They
was a
really,
fiery
they brought the
cast.
heat. Yeah.
I
No.
feel like your cast as well in Love Island was really fiery. You had Whitney.
Yeah.
You had a really good
Ella.
cast.
Yeah, we had good people. Mitch.
Messy.
But yeah.
So you're very open, obviously, about your ADHD and
Yeah,
stuff on
yeah.
Married at First Sight. How did you find coping with that on the show?
To be fair, it was all right. With the cameras and stuff, I'd never done anything like that before. So right at the beginning, I maybe got a little bit overwhelmed. But as time went on, like a few days, maybe a week, I relaxed into it a lot. But yeah, no, it was really different. And I think with your brain and stuff, you can really overthink certain scenarios. And when
Tell
you
me
watch it
about
back,
it.
I think, oh my God, like I should have just said something there or pushed back a little bit in a load of situations. But when you're in there and like you've never done anything like that before, you overthink quite a lot. So that's one thing I regret, I think, was overthinking at the beginning.
Sometimes when I overthink, I shut down and don't say anything.
Right.
And I'm just like always like my head is spiraling and I'm like, do I say something? Do I not?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And I've always said, like, if in doubt, chicken out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, like, I wouldn't say nothing sometimes, but I definitely wish I pushed back on a few things, you know.
Oh, is there anything you feel like you wish you did differently?
I think things looked amazing on camera. And to be fair, my journey in particular was really good. But, like, it definitely wasn't perfect. And there's definitely things, you know, that could have been spoken about with the experts and things. But, like, I think I just cared a little bit too much about people's feelings, you know, as opposed to maybe myself. But
how did you feel about the matchmaking?
matchmaking, do you know what? For me, I think I probably had the best one out of the experiment. I think, you know, when you look at the arguments, on the experiment. I mean, when you look at the arguments and stuff, I didn't really argue. To be fair, I don't really argue anyway, do I? Really?
No, never.
But like,
You had quite a smooth journey, I would say.
yeah, I probably had the smoothest journey, and so I was happy with the match. I didn't want any like. He fancied the sister and that. No, I didn't. you know, that was a big thing.
How long do you live there for? Because it's
The whole thing. So you literally you get married. Next day, your honeymoon. You're like on the flights, and literally we finished.
so fast.
I know. Then you sleep
You just
for like 1
married
hour.
someone, then honeymoon, boom,
I know.
next.
I know.
You just met them, you
It's,
were like,
it's 0 to 100. It's 0 to 100. You know. So yeah, it was a lot.
But then you live in the actual flat, so you for like 3 months?
Yes. Yeah. It's like
And are
3
there
months.
cameras always in the flats?
No,
Because-
so it's sometimes you get like a day off if there's like I don't know, not necessarily a lot of drama going on, but there's a drama with another couple. They sort of focus a little bit more on that. But if you're going well, you get like the random day off and things like that. But the cameras could be 6 a.m, then you got like a break, and then you go to the dinner party. And then
You said that sometimes they film dinner party like in the morning.
yeah.
You go early.
Yeah.
You think it's the night time, but
Yeah.
they'll get there like.
It takes a long time to set up, so like you got to think they got so much to edit and cut down.
Yeah.
So you do start a lot earlier than expected, because it looks like it's in the evening, but it's not always in the evening.
Because that's so different than mine, because obviously you're always filming. Like,
Yeah.
It's just the day and the day.
and then you
the
get
day.
Saturdays off.
Yeah,
Yeah, kind
well,
of.
I don't even know what day it is because like,
Yeah.
I didn't even care when I was in there. Some people get so stressed about not knowing the time, the day, and like all of this. I literally couldn't have cared less. Like I was just free. Like tell me when to go to sleep, tell me when to wake up.
Yeah, because we get calls on MAFS. Like you can call family and home and that if you need it, but I just didn't. I didn't. Obviously, you know, you press like, I really need to speak to someone at home and stuff like that. Yeah, I never really did it.
You're not
Really.
allowed any communication on Love Island.
Really?
You're completely.
Really?
Yeah, it's like literally don't speak to anyone.
Really?
Yeah, only parents stay when they came in.
Wow.
That's why
And
everyone's
that's why
so
we're like,
emotional. Yeah,
"Ooh,
like, that's why everyone's like,
crying."
Sometimes you need to speak to your mum.
definitely, especially for that long as well. Like you
Yeah.
would need to.
My best mate rang up because obviously me and my mate, we speak all the time.
Yeah.
So my mate Harry rang up like the welfare department, said, look, I really need to speak to Nath. Something's happened at work. And then he goes, oh mate, nothing really happened. I just want to speak to you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, no, I sort of just focused on what I was doing. I didn't really like thinking.
You went in there like pure wanting something though, didn't you?
Right, yeah, I did.
I think it's such a wild show. I love it. I watch it every single time, but I just think the whole idea of just literally marrying someone there and then.
Right. And I think for me as well, one thing I struggled with was obviously because the person I was paired with had a lot of experience with cameras, and I hadn't. So that was a little bit of like
We know.
hard. Yeah, it was hard.
For the wedding, who's paying for the wedding? Is it the show?
Yeah.
Your suit and stuff.
Do you know what? I went all out. So you do get a contribution for the suit and
You
that.
got your own suit.
Yeah, I put an extra two
I'm
and a
not
half.
wearing that.
Yeah, I put $2.5 in. I wanted something Italian. Do you know what I mean?
Proper.
Like, yeah, yeah. No, I wanted to go all
I
out.
don't know
Yeah.
how much the girls get. Is it the same?
Yeah, I think you will get like I think it's like a few hundred, 400 quid. I can't really remember.
400 quid on a wedding dress.
Yeah, but like obviously, I don't
You
know
ain't getting a good one for that.
Yeah, because I don't know, because you got to keep quite private about it. I don't know if people do collaborations and that, but
Oh, probably.
maybe, yeah, a little cheek. Oh, sort me out. I'll give you a little plug after, maybe. But like, so yeah, I wanted to wear something like.
Yeah, yours was good.
I wanna
He
look
said to me the other day, he was like, well, I've only worn it that once. Like, is it weird if I wear it again? Because
maybe I'll dress it down with some different shoes or something. But
I don't really mind.
But like, I wanted to look the bollocks. I did as well.
Well, obviously,
We
I
were
was
both
like,
tuning
oh.
in. We were both tuning in and watching. Right, let's talk about Love Island. You're a Casa Amor girly.
Do you know, I actually didn't want to do Casa. I thought, you know, I think a lot of people has like stigma around it, like, are you going to get back? Like,
Oh, I love a Casa Amor moment.
yeah, but I thought, I don't want to, like, I never like chase after a guy. Like, I like to them to approach me.
Oh really? You did that with me?
No. But yeah, like, I thought, I don't want to, but I thought, do you know what, let's give it a go. Like, trust the universe, things come for you when they're meant to. So obviously went and did it, and then yeah, like obviously it all went well-ish. Like,
Yeah, it went really well.
Yeah.
You was in there for a while.
yeah, like I obviously met someone that I had a connection with at the time, and then
You was iconic. You was so iconic on the
Lost
show.
it.
yeah, no, it was quite full on experience, but I would do it again. Like if not now, obviously, but like if like
And All Stars ever came up and
I mean,
See you later, Nate.
no. I mean, like, if I went back in time, I wouldn't choose not to do it, even though it was like quite a hard experience. Like, I would still do it again because where I am.
Yeah, I
now,
do.
like,
I do maths all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, I think I would.
Get married again.
Yeah, maybe not married, not anytime soon anyway. You know what I mean? I've had some practice now,
Yeah,
though.
not anytime soon.
I've had some practice, but like, but yeah, I would do it all again. I loved the experience. It was good. It was really good.
It's quite a surreal experience. Like both experiences are so different, but I can't imagine like it's crazy.
Yeah, not
It
many
is.
people can say they've done it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was my thing going into it. I didn't want to wake up at like 50 going, oh, what if I did that when I was in my early 20s?
Didn't your mum
and
say that?
Yeah, she goes, you don't want to wake up 50 and think, what if I did that? So I did it. That's why.
Yeah. When I got Love Island, I thought, do you know what? Even if you go in and you do like 2 days and you come out, it's something, you know, when you go to like an interview,
Yeah.
and they're like, tell us something interesting about yourself. You can be like, well, I was actually on Love Island this one time.
Yeah, it's
Do you know what I
sick.
mean?
It's
It's just
cool.
It's a
fun.
fun fact.
Yeah.
It's a fun fact.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I married a stranger. I think my wife.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I think I topped you a little bit with that one.
Yeah.
Are you still friends with people off the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, both
Wait, what about you? You got loads of friends.
Yeah.
Loads of
To be
friends.
fair, like my season, we didn't really like stay too much in touch. Like I'm friends with Amber Wise. She was obviously one of the Casa girls with me. And then I've really got close with like the newer season. So like Ruben, obviously,
Yes.
Tiffany. So I'm actually really good friends as well from my season, Charlotte Sumner, but she wasn't in at the same time as me, and same with like Mal. Like they weren't actually on the show with me, but we met at like events and stuff afterwards. Just like
Really?
Got to-
Yeah, it's quite a
yeah.
small circle as well. Like,
Yeah, you said it's
Yeah.
quite good because
bumping
no one
into
really
everyone at like
understands.
events and stuff.
oh yeah, you see like people all the time. Like I get on with Jess really as well as
Love
strange,
Jess.
like really interesting fact actually. When my mum and dad did Parents' Day, obviously Jess's mum and dad were there as well, and they were in the hotel and they're going, oh well, they went to the F1 in Singapore, and Jess's mum and dad were like, we went as well. They were sat next to each other on the plane when they went to Singapore.
Yeah.
Didn't even know. So then they'd like started like talking and stuff,
Mm.
and they're like really good mates now. They go out for like dinners and
No
stuff like that.
way.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
so
God,
weird.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
It's like that string thing.
Yeah, the invisible. Was it called the invisible string?
I think so.
Yeah.
Like you guys are a bit of that as well. Like you guys just somehow met.
Yeah. Gravitational pull.
meant to be.
Are you still friends with everyone from MAFS?
Yeah, so the lads, pretty much majority of the lads, a lot of them sort of do their own thing because they live quite far away and they still smash out work and things like that. But me and Adam are quite close. We do a lot of charity work together.
What charity stuff do you do?
So we do celeb soccer. So loads of different charitable organisations. So like you got like brain tumour research, men's mental health, loads of
that's
different,
amazing.
yeah, stuff that you wouldn't really necessarily hear about as well. So it's a really good cause, and like I go all over the country and like places in the world as well. Like I wouldn't say all over the world because I've only been one place, but like a lot more penciled in that are
Yeah,
global.
I think you're doing Ibiza, aren't you?
Yeah, it's got and like I think Barcelona's on the cards as well. So it's really mint. It's good.
Let's get juicy. Let's spill some tea. Right, I watched the MAFS Reunion.
Yeah.
We all watched it. right, what's the verdict? What happened? What's going on? Because that episode, I needed a drink.
Yeah.
That was a lot. I had to
drink.
pause my screen.
Yeah. Did you?
That was like a lot. Like everyone walking in, it was just too much. It was so awkward.
It was awkward. I was there, but like, mate, I was crying. I had snot coming
It's
out.
nice seeing. I love seeing like when a guy cries. I think it's
I think
just so
I
good.
think I just had it all bottled up because I didn't really get emotional all the way through. So it came out like a tap, and it was coming out my nostril. I was dribbling. They cut a lot out. I was wiping it all off. Like I
But
had
it
to go
just
to the
goes to
toilet.
show that your feelings on the show were like genuine. Like you actually were hurt.
Yeah. It was hard. It was hard, obviously, because soon as the cameras were off, the relationship sort of swiftly followed, and it was a hard process. It was hard watching it back as well because obviously
You kind of relived the experience.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't really get like an opportunity to sort of speak really either, but it's one of those. No one wants to look like the bad guy, I guess, and I think that's what it was.
It was really hard though watching it, like especially when you was having that like conversation.
Yeah.
And like you wasn't even like really being able to like say your point or say your like your side of the story.
Yeah, so that was quite, obviously, it was hard to watch as well. I think my old man even cried, and he's the most macho bloke, but like, I say cried, he probably had like one dry tear come out, you know what I mean? But like, but yeah, no, it was an emotional watch back in that. It was
Have
quite
you
a
been
tough
seeing
one.
like their TikToks and stuff and like them on live and
Yeah,
stuff?
I do get sent quite a lot of stuff.
You blocked, like it's all blocked, isn't it? You
blocked?
can't see.
Yeah, I mean, I had to. I mean, it was a
Protecting
lot.
your peace.
Well, it was a lot. Yeah, I'm positive vibes only as well. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really like any of that sort of stuff. So yeah, I have been sent quite a few clips and stuff, but nothing that really surprised me.
It's just been a bit of a madness.
It was a
hasn't
madness. Yeah.
Have they said anything
Yeah.
to you?
No, I sort of was expecting something to come
Weird.
Me
through.
too. I was like, when are they going to mention Abby?
Yeah, like, well, to be fair, when we started seeing each other, I think it's almost like 2 months now. So, but we kept it completely quiet for like a month. Like, we
Yeah.
just wanted to check, make sure that we were.
I didn't want to upset anyone either. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
when it's all pre-recorded, it's edited for like 6 months, but for the public, you've just split up with your missus. You know what I mean? But obviously, for me, it'd been a year. I haven't dated anyone, so I thought, you know what, I'll give it a go. But let's just keep it on the down low.
And with all the TikTok lives and stuff that were happening, I think it was sort of, there were still emotions.
Right? Yeah.
Raw emotions there.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
thought, keep it down. But I'd met Lacey at an event like last year, just like briefly, but she like followed me and then I'd noticed that she'd unfollowed me. And I thought, she knows. This was
knows.
before, like,
before you guys even made it
before it even
public.
came out. But I thought, oh, she knows. So
Ooh.
she must have known before. But yeah,
It's such an awkward topic because it's
Getting a
just
bit
like,
warm now.
but yeah.
When was that reunion filmed?
I'm not too sure.
I always say to him, and I'm saying, when did this happen? I'm like, was it cold? Was it hot? Like,
Nah, it was-
Christmas
He
coming
said it was like
up?
quite a few months ago.
It was chilly.
Was it near Christmas time?
I don't know.
Was it only your birthday? Your birthday's in November.
Yeah. No. It was way after. I was 25.
What advice would you say to anyone that's wanting to go on Love Island or Married at First Sight?
Don't wake up at 50 with any regrets. Just go for it, innit?
Fair enough.
I love that.
Yeah, YOLO. You only live once, one life,
Yeah.
just be yourself, do it for genuine intentions. And if there's a separate agenda, then, do it anyway. Why not? Why not?
If you want to do it for
Why
the
not?
show,
YOLO.
then just do
Yeah,
it YOLO.
do it, yeah. If you want a few collabs after, you might get it. But you might not.
To be fair, I would say don't take it like too seriously. When I went in, I genuinely thought, right, this is it. They're going to matchmake me.
I
Like,
did.
You thought the same.
Yeah, I
You
did.
just kind of must forget that it's a show and that some people are just obviously in it for the show and
Right,
they're
yeah.
in it for the TV side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think going on like a reality show, like realistically, especially reality dating or like marriage show, there is like an element of, people are watching, that there's a chance that you may like do bits after. But I think some people do genuinely go in for the reason of like, I want a PLC deal, do you know what I mean? Or something like that. So I think be aware that other people could be doing that too. So if you go in like vulnerable.
I didn't
like,
even know
you
that,
get
to be
hurt.
fair. I didn't even know that when I was first going in. Like, I didn't think of
You
any of
needed
that.
my advice then
Yeah.
before you
Yeah.
went in,
You
you
can kind of
see?
tell that you're just like, what is going on? What
Yeah,
is
I was,
this like?
I was a deer in headlights, honestly. Like, I was like,
It is
oh.
a big transition, I do feel like, going from like a normal day-to-day job and then literally you go on a show and then the next day you're like, everyone's public opinions. Now you have to start being an influencer.
Right. Do you know what? I had a good, because mine's pre-recorded. Yours is kind of like out the next couple of days, isn't it?
You
So
get off the plane, everyone's
yeah.
like, oh my God.
So for like 6 months whilst it's all being edited, like,
That's crazy.
yeah, it was
6
good.
months of waiting
I know,
in
but
hiding.
I know, but I had time to prepare, train, get in shape and that, lose the 2 stone I put on, loads of Chinese and that. But like, so I had a good bit of time to prepare, but I've all put it back on now. I need to start.
No, you're
Keep having
fine.
McDonald's with you.
Doesn't that happen? You know, when you start seeing someone,
Yeah, it happens all the time.
the diet goes out the window.
Yeah.
Awful.
Right, I have some quick fire couple questions.
Go on then, son.
Right, who is the messiest?
Me.
Yeah,
Straight up,
definitely.
mate. I've got ADHD, mate. Like, I'm not tidy at all. You
No, my room's a
car.
mess.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll do the wash machine and I'll take it out 3 days later after I've washed it 4 more times. You know what I mean?
Who's the cook?
Oh, you.
Me.
I think
Oh,
you, yeah.
you're the chefers.
Yeah, I've never had someone cook for me before either.
Oh,
We made
Yeah.
breakfast this morning.
Yeah.
what did you make?
An omelette.
Omelette.
At least it looked like
Yum.
one. It looked like one. It was an omelette.
It was nice.
It was nice. It was nice. I'm only bantering you.
Who gets the drunkest out of you two?
Me.
Yeah, you do. She's
Yeah.
lightweight.
Yeah.
Same.
I'll be drunk after
Yeah,
this one.
same,
Like,
literally.
woo.
What have we both got?
I've got,
pink lemonade.
Passion fruit.
Raspberry crush.
What's your go-to cocktail?
Strawberry daiquiri.
Passion fruit. What are these called?
Same.
Porn star martini.
Porn star martinis. So who made the first move?
She did.
No.
You
She
did.
stood in the thing. You come over and you went, apparently you fancy me. Ruben.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, maybe it was me. Yeah, Ruben made the first move. Yeah, yeah, it was me. Yeah, I did
No, it was
approach you.
you.
I did approach you. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you wanted me to.
Yeah, he's so cute.
Who's the biggest spender?
You.
Are you? Would you spend your
Definitely
money on
me.
makeup, hair,
Just clothes.
clothes?
Yeah.
Everything.
Travel.
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah. I love
Who's the better
food.
driver?
Definitely me.
Mate, she's rubbish. She's rubbish. She's rubbish. She's a
He's
rubbish.
passenger princess. He literally is every day. I'm
Are
always the
you?
driver.
Yeah, a little bit.
You love it when I drive you around.
How did you guys
Yeah.
get here today?
No, we took the train.
But my car took us to the train.
It's only like 15 minutes away, but like, she's a rubbish passenger though. So bad. Like, I'll have the sat nav on. It'd be like, turn left, 100 yards. She'll go, Nate, turn left, turn left.
I sit there going like this.
Yeah, she's going like that. I go, can you stop that? 'Cause you're actually a bit annoying. And she'll go, oh, sorry.
And then
So
he
annoying.
goes to go the wrong way. I'm like, no.
Yeah, no, because it'll go like exit in like 300 yards, and I go to the fast lane. She's like, Nate, we're leaving in a
Get
bit.
in that lane. Get in that lane.
Yeah, I know, because I don't like staying in the same lane.
Yeah.
What's the craziest thing you've done together?
When we went to Weatherspoons.
Wow, yeah.
Oh, how was that? Was that a bit of a meet and greet?
Oh no, no.
Oh God,
I like
no.
her spoons. I like her spoons because like you meet all sorts of characters in there, and I
I
love.
haven't been to Spoons in years.
It's like a pre-drink.
I used to go to Spoons all the
So-
time.
yeah,
you know,
same.
like prees before you go out.
yeah,
Like,
it was
love
cheap.
it.
Get
Yeah.
like the jug.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
the food's
the
like school
picture.
dinners.
Yes, the picture.
Yeah.
Yes.
Purple Rain.
Yes, yes. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. It's like
yeah.
school dinner food, isn't it?
Yeah, well, he was like, we need to go because it's my favourite place. So we went.
It's not my favourite place. I just
you had
I just
to go
love
to.
a,
It's
I just
his
love a
go-to.
spoon.
Yeah, but I'd never actually had like main food there. Like I just go to get drunk. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So we went when we were in Manny, and it was like actually really good. Like I actually enjoyed it. It was
It's
fun.
alright. Like
It was
it's,
London, wasn't it?
No, we went in Manny.
Oh, yeah.
And then we went in London as well. This was literally like 2 weeks ago. And we'd had our lunch. Bear in mind, this is literally at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Like it was just like middle of the day. And we just finished eating, and this man like walked behind me, and he like looked at you weird, didn't he?
Yeah, like I wasn't too sure. Like he gave me a bit of a nod on that. I went, "Oh, right, mate." But it was weird energy, weird vibe. She goes, "Oh, who's that? Do you know that person?" I said, "Oh no, just maybe hold on to your phone." Bit of a weird
And
energy.
you get like the
Yeah, weird
Yeah.
energy. And then like he came back out the toilets and he was sort of back facing me as we were looking at each other.
But, like,
And he
really, like,
like
close.
hovering.
And we were in a corner, so you couldn't run out, like you couldn't get
it's
away.
a random stranger you don't know who he is.
And
No.
you just know when there's like weird
Weird
energy.
energy. But like I thought maybe, you're not too sure, like don't judge. I thought maybe he was intoxicated, couldn't really tell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he turned around and he was like, I couldn't really understand what he was saying. He was sort of like mumbling, but he was looking down like that.
Like staring at me.
And I was like, what's going on here?
Oh my God, I'm scared.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? This is some strange energy right
Yeah,
now.
and I thought like this will be fine. Like surely nothing is going to happen. Like we're literally in the middle of spoons, and I could see the staff were all like looking, like really worried.
Yeah.
And then I started to think, no, there's something going on. And then he looked at me.
I said, I got to fight this guy.
No, you didn't. He looked at me and he went, tell her, like get her or something, like saying something about me. And then I thought, oh my God, no, like I'm just a girl.
Yeah, and to be fair, he had a fork in his pocket.
Yeah, and he was like, it seemed like he had something, and I thought, oh my God, if he's got like
Did
a
he say
knife.
anything?
No,
he
tried.
started
I don't know.
shouting.
Yeah, well, I asked the bloke. I said, mate, you might want to get him away because he seems a bit intoxicated or something. So he got asked to leave, and then he like stamped on the floor and he shouted to the roof.
Stamping his feet, yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, what's going on? And then
Everyone in Spoons was like,
Was it,
everyone
was this in Manchester?
No, this
No,
is
it's in London. Yeah, it was.
Welcome to London. That is every day in
Yeah,
London.
it was
Yeah,
eerily.
I go to London all the time, and obviously you see like people being a bit wild or whatever. But honestly, that's
No,
the
that
first
is
time I've been
wild. That is
confronted, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh my
Yeah.
That's a bit
God.
scary.
Yeah, no, I could
And
see
then I
why it's a bit
cried.
scary. Yeah, when he walked out, like he walked out all of a sudden, and I looked to the left, and Abby's chin was going.
Yeah.
Oh.
But then the man that worked there was like, we've had issues with him before, like the police are like going to deal with him.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But Nathan was like, I think you're being a bit of a worse. And I was like, it was so
No,
scary. Like,
I
you
didn't
could have
say
attacked.
no, not being a
You could have,
worse.
like, stabbed me with
not
a
being a
fork.
worse. I think I just encountered like a few situations like that before, so I was a little bit desensitized. But because
Yeah.
you never, it was like that. So, but I am like sympathetic to you.
Yeah, he was good at protecting me.
Yeah. I walked you back to the hotel and I bought you some ice cream.
What's your partner's most annoying habit?
Oh, have I gone? Oh, there's plenty. Let me have a little think. Mate,
Nathan!
come on. You are irritated sometimes.
I reckon he's really undecisive.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Like, so I'll say, oh, would you like a cup of tea? And he goes, oh,
Right,
no.
listen to this. People like in relationships can relate. Yeah, if you're at a girlfriend or someone you dating's house, you know the family's there and they're there going, Nathan, do you want one egg or two? You want 2 eggs. You know what I mean? You want 2 eggs, but you're not going to say that. So I say, oh, I don't mind because Nathan, do you want 1 egg or 2 eggs? I go, no, I'm easy. One egg's fine. Do you want 2 eggs? And that's where it comes from. You know,
Yeah.
I'm a little bit indecisive, but I just don't want to say I want to eat all your food.
So you're indecisive, Abby.
Okay, let me
What's
think. Whoa. Mate, hang on a sec. Wait.
You can't even think of one.
I can. But
I'm perfect. There you
on
go.
the spot. Hang on.
This is a good sign. He
Wait.
can't think of something.
No, I
think it
can.
is a good
I can,
one.
because I mentioned one when you're on the passenger and you're pointing where to go, and I know where to
Oh,
go.
well, that's the
so
most annoying thing,
That's
then.
one, but there's probably another one.
Who's the most stubborn out of both of you?
You're stubborn. I'm so chill.
Do you reckon? Yeah, probably,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, you are stubborn.
Who's the first to apologise after an argument?
We've never had one.
No, I don't argue.
You're very chill. You're
Yeah.
like, I'm getting really chill vibes.
Yeah, I'm pretty chill.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm too nice though. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes I haven't been too nice, and I feel
Yeah,
like
we're fine.
yeah, but like
Yeah.
sometimes like I feel like maybe in previous relationship I've been too nice, and like I've not pushed back when I probably should have, and that's why I sort of have had a little bit of the mick taken out of me a little bit in previous relationships.
Well, you're a Scorpio. What does that mean? Is that
Mysterious,
normal?
mysterious.
Mysterious,
Well,
but
I got
got
sting. Got sting.
in his tail.
I'm an Aries, so the fire
Are you?
could.
Is that a water sign?
Aries is fire sign.
Fire sign. And Scorpio is...
I'm not too sure.
I'm not too sure either. I think it's fire sign. Who's the funniest out of you both?
I think I'm
Me.
pretty. No, come on now. Come on, I'm funny. I'm goofy. You've not
I make you laugh when I do that. Like,
Yeah, can you do a
You
good
love
puppet?
it.
Do the puppet impression.
I can't do it.
You can't. You gotta do it.
No, tell me how to do it. And I can't do it.
What are you doing?
Don't know. She looks like
He
a,
likes it when I do this face where I go.
look like an
It's really
look,
funny.
she looks like a ventriloquist, like the puppet. It's pretty funny.
Who takes the longest to get ready?
You,
Honestly. Yeah, you?
man.
Yeah.
I feel like Nathan,
God.
you probably take a while.
Yeah, I do.
The hair.
Yeah, I feel like because you're longer than me. But if I was with a lad or something like that, like I am a little bit high maintenance. I'll do like a bit of male grooming, you know.
What do
My
you do
ex
to your
used to take
hair?
ages.
I put a bit of wet look gel in there, a bit of
Wet look
hairspray.
gel.
Yeah.
What gel?
Shockwave. Weller. Yeah.
Slay
Shockwave,
Shockwave.
old school.
He gets so stressed if he'll leave it. He's like, I need the
I need
gel.
my
I
hair.
need it.
You know what? Facial hair.
It's
and
like
a
you're
hair-
hooked to that one gel. I'm the same with my hairspray.
Oh, I'm
like,
particular. I'm so particular,
Got to
man.
be.
Got to be.
Yeah.
I can't live without it,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, any little thing about things in my hair, things like my face, got to make sure my face
Do
is
you
blended.
fill out your beard?
No, so I shape up my beard myself because
Like
it
a
grows.
razor?
Yeah, it's like a
Oh.
cutthroat, and I blend it in a foil. I like a little bit of foundation sometimes as well. I
We
do.
love that.
Yeah,
we love
mate,
that.
I love a
Little
bit of
Just a
foundation.
bit of just
When
a...
we're out, he'll be like, can I use some of your powder? I'm like,
Men
stay there.
love
Yeah.
a powder.
Yeah.
When I used to work as a makeup artist back in the day, I used to get men asking for concealers, powders, just a little bit under the eyes or like on a pimple, just a
Yeah.
little bit.
If
of
I'm- if I'm
something.
looking-
You want to look
But yeah, I don't want to look shiny. Do you know what I mean?
like me right now, probably. Got yeah.
Yeah, I can feel a bit moist. Oh.
What's your go-to product, Abby?
Oh God, just
Because you're a bit of a
one.
makeup girly.
Yeah. Do you know what? Tatty lashes.
Oh, you.
Oh,
What's your
nails.
style?
Nails.
Oh, and the nails as
Nails.
well. I can't pick between either tatty lashes, because just, or press on nails, because I just find that you can switch them up so
Yeah, that's
easy.
Yeah.
so true.
And you know when you like break a nail, and then, but if they're press-ons, you just prepare it straight away.
Yeah, you can stick another one on.
I
One came
know
off
I need
this
to get
morning.
press-ons, but I feel like, do they
good.
just like come off though quite easy?
No, like they're good. One came off this morning and I like
Put it back
on.
on.
Yeah.
Which one?
This one. Obviously.
What brands do you get?
The Kiss nails are really good.
Everyone says the kids
really
ones
good.
are good.
And also Amazon, you can get some really. I'll send you some links. for
Yes,
them. Yeah,
please.
some really good ones.
T,
Yeah.
what's your tatty lash style?
I like the little, the wings.
Oh yeah, the angel siren. something
yeah,
like that?
and the what is it? Courtney.
Khloe Kardashian.
Chloe? Is it Chloe or Courtney? Chloe.
Chloe.
And the
Chloe Cosmetics.
Chloe Kardashian has like
Oh.
a range of tatty. They're like pre-mapped.
Yeah.
So just put them on there so
I
easy.
need to try them. Are they really good?
You tried them?
No.
They're pre-mapped, so they look like strip lash, but as you pull them off, they're in the little clusters
And you can just literally.
underneath. So they look really real.
Good job.
So you're both like recently in a very new couple, but you guys obviously been dating, and like MAFS was filmed ages ago, so it's not like it was just like straight after MAFS.
No, yeah, because I definitely felt a lot of pressure coming out of that relationship. That if I got into another one, it'd be in the public eye, and you've got to watch really carefully. Like, no one wants to make any mistakes. You know what I mean? And I'm such an overthinker. But with Abs, because I'd been single for over a year, because it had all been pre-recorded, like we got on so well. It just got to the point where it's like, I'd like to go into an event with you. Do you know what I mean? I'd like to be seen with you. I don't want to keep you a secret.
I think it was like a worry that obviously where the public have just seen all of Nathan's like relationship play out, it sort of seemed like I was worried that people might think I've gone in there and been like, you're mine, and I'd stole him. But obviously he's been single for a year, and we obviously were getting on so well. Like we did want to check before anything came out. Like we went out anywhere, but we knew that we wanted to be exclusive. We knew we just wanted to be together. And then where there was events that we were both been invited to, we don't want to turn up like separate and not speak to each other. Like we wanted to go together and have a good night out.
So when you see me on MAFS, did you think he's a bit of me?
Yeah.
Did you hope that you'd bump into me one day?
Well, to be fair, when I was watching it, when Nathan came on, me and my mum love MAFS, so we watch it together.
Do you? I love it as well.
And Nathan actually come on, and I was like, oh,
He was there.
Yeah. So, and I'd sort of said, but then obviously, I actually like backed him and Lacey. I thought they had like a really good, like the story was great.
I think the story was good.
It came
while
across
he was
well,
watching
yeah. But I think, yeah. I mean, maybe.
Did the minute like the cameras were off, like was it when the whole show was finished, it just all changed?
Yeah. I think that was the case. I feel like I said it on the show, sort of, as soon as the cameras went, the relationship sort of swiftly followed.
Was that even in the process or after it was all done?
After, literally, as soon as the first reunion was done, maybe 2-3 weeks after the relationship was done as well.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, it's quite a lot. It was quite
I feel like
quick.
couples on MAFS though, none of them like really last.
Yeah.
There's only a couple few. There's that
Shauna and Matt.
Yes,
But they weren't initially in couples. I think they met on one of the reunions and they never met each other. And then they just had a spark. And
I know.
Yeah, so I think that might be one of the... There might be another one, but
I think
one
the
I know of.
Australian one has like quite
Australian,
Are you watching
yeah.
Australian Maths now?
No, we're not.
I need
We're
to watch
going to
it.
binge
behind,
it.
I'm behind, yeah.
We're going to binge it.
Started it, but I'm behind.
It looks good. There's so much drama.
I know. I feel like with the UK one is a bit more like there's more rules with like UK.
There's
UK
strict
shows.
welfare regulations, right?
In Australia, they just go for it.
Bit more free,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's good though, because the welfare team, I will say this as well, Channel 4 welfare team, spot on.
They really look after you
Absolutely,
guys.
Spot on.
absolutely spot on. Like even now, like I could get a random call up going, "Hey Nev, how are you? You're right." Or if there's something that comes out in the press or something, they'll always check in. So Channel 4, the whole team at Channel 4, spot on. Honestly, welfare team's really good.
Good for you.
Got a good welfare team in Love Island as well.
Yeah, really good. They they stay in touch with you for like 12 months afterwards.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Like we could have like if you rang them up and said I'm feeling a bit down, they would give you a psych, everything. Like it's really good.
really good.
How are you guys coping? Like now, everyone knows you're a couple.
All right.
How is that? Because I feel like is that a bit of pressure, like being like in the limelight and like everyone knowing that you're a couple, like.
I definitely, yeah, I think so. I think that's why.
There's a lot more eyes on you now. Now you're a bit of a two. You're a duo.
Yeah, yeah. So I was definitely probably even maybe even a little bit nervous than you. Do you know what I mean at the beginning because obviously with my previous relationship there was still like TikToks being made and things like that. So it's still quite fresh for a lot of other people. So for me, I was thinking I couldn't. If I look like I've gone straight into another relationship, like it's a lot of pressure for me. But like,
well, we were actually seeing each other as well before the reunion aired. So like
Yes.
when that
This is one of my
actually-
other questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So when that actually aired, I was watching it at home. He was in Dubai.
Yeah.
And I'm obviously texting him, calling him, and he's
She's like,
crying.
oh, Nate, this is hard for me to watch. I was like, what's
Even my
happening?
dog was watching it, and she was like, her little face was like looking at the screen. It's so sad. But yeah, like it just the timing doesn't really make sense for the public because it seems like it's happening at the time that you're viewing it. So, and something like Love Island obviously is actually live. Like you come off the show and it's playing out in real time, whereas that is so delayed.
Yeah, it is.
And but then sometimes I think with like this job, if like that's what we kind of call it, isn't it? Like the industry, it can be a bit confusing on. Do you put like work life first or like it can be confusing because it's sort of all in one. So like Nathan was sort of like, oh, do I stay single and like not go with someone that I actually might truly like, and even like sort of stay single to do another dating show or something like that because he's new to the industry.
What are you like with the trolls on the old?
Said,
oh, sorry, go on. So
no, but you just sort of said, didn't you? Like if it's something that you actually want, you'd rather.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Like,
it's
he had
like
celebs go dating wanting him to do it, but we was talking.
you had All
so-
Stars as well.
Did you?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she was
But
better.
did you guys say no because you guys were a thing?
I wanted to pursue Abby more. I think.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that because obviously it's such a big opportunity, and the fact that you turned that down, that means it's a very real relationship.
I sort of think, what's the point? Like, what's the point in going on like a dating show if you know you've got someone else?
Yeah.
And that's real, babes.
That is real.
Give me some skin.
What was really hot topic during the MAFS Reunion was the whole Erica situation.
Right,
with-
yeah.
And you were just sat in the middle of all of it.
Yeah, right, yeah. Do you know what? Kieran proper backed me in that reunion. Like he was an absolute don.
He did.
He was an absolute don, like even though I wasn't able to have a say, he made sure that it was there, you know what I mean?
It was nice of him to do that.
Yeah, really
Someone
good.
just had your corner during that whole
Yeah,
situation.
and I feel like with me, that's what I mean. Sometimes I'm a little bit too nice and I'm a bit submissive, especially in previous relationships, I've been quite submissive. But like, yeah, not just in the bedroom. So yeah, no, I'm appreciative of him being there in the reunion. And yeah, I think he shared a little kiss. Yeah, he shared a little kiss with Erica. But like I said, him and Christina had been separated for a long time, because he left.
Were they actually dating?
I don't know the story.
dating again?
No, I don't know. No, Kieran's got a missus now, I think.
Oh, he has?
I think so, yeah. But I think, because they were... What?
Spilling the tea.
Well, it's on this social media now, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
I think
Okay.
so,
I
yeah.
don't even know.
I think so. If not, I fucked up.
Whoopsie.
But yeah, no. But I'm pretty sure he's got a girlfriend now. But yeah,
So, but with Erica and that, was that like, were they dating? Like, is that when they?
I'm not too sure. Maybe they just met up. Maybe they went
She
out.
basically said that he came to her place,
Right.
and then they just. She said it was just a kiss, but like, I don't know that.
When you have a sleepover.
Well, you have a
and
sleepover, just
then-
gonna kiss and hold hands.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Cheeky.
let's be real. We know what happened.
Cheeky little wandering hand. But the
Spare room, maybe.
yeah, but to be fair, I know Kieran does travel. I'm sticking up for him now. He does travel from like the top right down to the bottom with his work, with his job. So he could have just been staying around, you know.
To be fair, he could have. Maybe he didn't even stay over. Maybe he drove.
Maybe just popped in for a cup of tea. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Just tripped.
Maybe.
So like with the whole like TikTok stuff of like Lacey and her mum and everyone on the live, like how was that for you?
It came out of nowhere because everything's pre-recorded and no discussions or every discussions that we had been had. So to see it sort of, you know, brought back up again on live was definitely a lot. It was definitely a lot. And like I didn't really understand it a little bit because I only really said one word in the reunion.
Yeah,
and that was just
That's all you were allowed to say.
did you want to fake it sort of thing. And I didn't say anything else. And then on the TikToks, I think it was she did say that, but then I was a liar, but I wasn't too sure what I lied about.
Yeah.
Well, they'd admit it. Like, even her mum sort of said, like, oh, if you can make money from doing that.
Your kids
like,
want to be famous.
Yeah, so they'd
I've
sort
seen the
of
receipts.
admit it. Have you?
No, it's in like the TikToks. Like
Oh,
I've seen
right.
no,
You showed me
no
that.
other receipts.
No, and just to be clear as well, like I don't screenshot messages. You know what I mean? Like
You did it more for yourself, didn't you? Like,
yeah,
it's
I
not
mean,
really...
it's just in case, you know, because but I don't like. I don't know. I don't want you to think like every message you sent me, I'm going, I'll screenshot that.
Put it on
Do you
disappearing
know what I mean?
messages.
Yeah. Well, I did. Mine usually are on disappearing.
Yours
That's the
are, yeah,
standard.
yeah.
So so it was different. But listen, I'm just a simple bloke. I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you did, as long as you love me.
Oh, you're so cute.
Have you had a lot of love? Obviously, like being so open about your ADHD and stuff. Have you had a lot
Yes.
of love about
Do you know what? One of my proudest things about the experiment was all the love and comments I've had speaking openly about being neurodiverse and having ADHD, because that's one of the cool things about MAFS as well. You've got such a broad diversity of people who've got hidden disabilities and things like that. It's helped people watching navigate their relationships. So like when I receive a DM, even to this day, I've had thousands of DMs and messages saying, you've helped me understand my kid, or you've made me have hope for my child, and like my partner's just like you, like I know how to navigate things now. So that
It raises
was meant-
awareness.
It does. It's really good. And that's something that's quite powerful that the show done.
How do you navigate that together? Like,
My ADHD.
Yeah.
I just said, look, you gotta have chill, or it ain't gonna work.
I mean, to be fair, like...
do you notice it?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
No, but
No,
like,
you
I,
like-
like, I love
Best friend
it. Yeah, I love it. Like, I feel like there's so much energy and stuff. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I have ADHD. Like, when I was at school, I used to struggle and stuff like that. Like, everyone thought I was just dumb, but like,
She's actually really clever.
He
She's
is.
so clever, yeah. She's so
He's
clever.
a flight attendant.
Yeah, it is.
you know, you got to do all those exams.
Do you know what I
It's
mean?
very attractive.
But yeah, like, I think that like we understand each
We bounce
other,
off. We
don't
bounce off each
yeah,
other.
very similar.
And like sometimes people like to know what's going on in the partner's head or the person seeing's head. So mine ain't staying in there anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like I'll
he
just say
can't
it.
lie. That's one of like the best
I
things
can't
about
lie.
him.
My friends can instantly tell when I'm lying.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
you're lying. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
it just comes out. Yeah, it just comes
When
out.
we first started talking, he would say things like, he'll be like, oh, you're so beautiful, or something like that. And I'm like, oh, I hope you're not love bombing me. And he was like, why? Like, oh no, I'm just saying it because I think it. And like, it just, there's no filter. It just comes out. I like it. It's good.
No, that is the thing, isn't it? It's just, you kind of just say what's on your mind.
Yeah.
That's how I am with mine. I just like literally just say whatever I'm thinking and like, I can't hold back.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and it's good, mate. Having ADHD, you know, don't get me wrong. Like, it's not always sunshine and rainbows. Like, you do get your down days. Like, you procrastinate a lot. You don't tidy. Like, sometimes you're washing or your dishes don't get done. You know what I mean? But like, it's definitely a superpower as well. Like, I can do so many things or anything practical. Like any trade, I can learn in a matter of weeks. You know, like easy.
What did you say about your work? They would like train you or something?
Yeah, so what, like my previous role before what I'm doing now, had about 5 different roles, and they used to bring one guy in for a different department to train me, and I used to watch it for an hour and used to train a whole team. And I'd done like...
He said he was like the memory stick. Like,
Yeah.
they would just train him one like really
Yes.
quick session and then he could train everyone else.
Yeah, so I can do anything. Like I got diploma in vehicle accident repair and paint. Like I'm diploma in plastering. Like anything. Yeah, anything practical. I can do easy. And if I can't do it in a week, I can.
Power.
Yeah.
Right, I have one final question. You guys are both in a very happy relationship, we'll say. My love life is dust.
No way.
Down
What's
there
going
is
on?
dust.
No.
So I need help. Give me advice. What do I need to do?
Confidence is key.
Ruben Collins.
Ruben Collins.
Ruben Collins, yes.
Get him to matchmake me.
Mate,
Literally.
should we put in a word?
Yeah.
Please.
Should we get him on the pod?
Yeah.
Get him on.
Matchmake me,
He's like
please.
a love expert. Like I keep calling him Cupid.
Yeah.
Ruben, I feel like, was he on Love Island?
Yeah.
Yes,
He was
I
with
know him.
Grace.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I feel like he's out at every event.
Yeah,
Yes,
and he's
yeah.
got the energy, but
got good
yeah,
energy.
honestly, I've been
He's a
diabolical
matchmaker.
until Ruben.
Okay, well, Ruben, I'm going to have to DM you and get you to matchmake me with someone, please. Thank you so much for coming on my pod. I'm so grateful for having you both.
It's been an absolute fantastic time.
Please literally subscribe, everyone. Thank you.
Subscribe.